start, I would like to ask you all one question, but I want you all to be completely honest. If you regularly watch men's football on the TV, I would like you to raise your hand. Now, I would like you to keep your hand raised if you regularly watch women's football on the TV. As I look around the room, I can see that the majority of you watch men's football on a regular basis, rather than women's football, and I think this needs to change. Why can't they just have the same coverage? I even think that some of the women players are actually better than some of the men players. Why can't they just be like household names like the likes of Ronaldo, Messi, or Kane? Hello everyone, my name is Ellie Callaghan and I'm 13 years old. I'm here today, as you may well have guessed, to tell you all about how inequality affects all of our lives and how this needs to change. Firstly, I want to talk to you all about the salaries of men and women. Let's take football first. I bet you had some idea that the average salary for a male footballer per year is £2.4 million, or knew it was some ridiculous sum of money like this. But I bet you didn't know that the average salary for a female footballer per year is only £27,000. I would like you to think about them two sums of money for a moment. £2.4 million and £27,000. Two hugely different sums of money, but just because one of them is a man and the other is a woman, they get paid a £2,373,000 difference in salaries. Most of women footballers even have to withstand two jobs just because being a female footballer alone doesn't provide the money they need. Even in the capital, 74% of firms pay higher wages to their male staff. Why do they feel the need to do this? They're both doing the same jobs. Even in the BBC, it was revealed that there was a 9.3% pay gap between men and women. Now, I know 9.3% doesn't sound like a lot, but to be honest, there should be no gap in salaries between men and women at all. Men are no better than us, and we are no better than them. We are equal. Men are no stronger than us, and we are no stronger than them. We are equal. I would like you to think about your typical firefighter, mechanic, and surgeon just for one moment. I guarantee that most of you in this audience thought as a man as each of your jobs, and that's okay to think that. They are jobs associated with men after all, but I want that thought to change, not just to women, but to both of us. On this year's Forbes magazine, top 100 richest sporting athletes, all the athletes mentioned on the list were men, no women. To me, this is shocking how not one woman was mentioned on the list, bearing in mind this is worldwide. Last year, there was only one woman mentioned on that list, and that was Serena Williams, but she recently had a baby and could obviously not play sport. The first ever women's statue in Parliament Square in London was only just placed this year. The magnificent statue was of Millicent Fawcett, who is the leader of the non-violent side of the suffragettes. She is standing proudly in Parliament Square amongst 11 other historic figures in history, who are men. Did you know that only about 3% of statues in London are of women who aren't royals? About 100 years ago, the suffragettes fought for women to have the right to vote, and without them, I may not have even been allowed on this stage to talk to you all today. I am very proud and humbled by the strength and courage of those women. Look how far our society has come in that 100 years and what has happened about equality, but more must be done. Women need to be recognised for what they can do. Women need to have equal pay to men. Women need to be able to play what sport they want to play, whether it's just for fun or professionally. Women need to be able to do what jobs they want to do and feel comfortable. And women need to be given the same opportunities as men. As I've been speaking, pictures of influential women have been on the screen behind me. I hope you go away today and remember this speech. Remember that more needs and should be done to make all of us equal. After all, this year is a year of the woman. Thank you.
Well done. How do you feel?
I feel good.
Feel good? Feel
Yeah.
good. Which is more nerve-wracking? You were in the school was in a cup final, wasn't it? This year, was it?
Yeah.
And this, which is more nerve-wracking?
I think they're both quite nerve-wracking, but I think maybe the football match, because we had a lot of pressure on us.
A lot of pressure. From Mr. Goddard, was it like, win or you won't pass your exams, or something like that? How long have you been playing football?
This year.
So you've relative. And what have you had any reactions that you didn't really approve of when you said to people, I'm a girl and I'm going to play football? Has everybody been supportive?
I mean, a lot of people have been supportive because I haven't really played football a lot, and I've told them I play football, and they were like, oh wow, you play football, it's really good.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the ladies that were coming up here and everything, I mean, they're incredibly inspiring. You said there's only, is it 3 statues in London that aren't royals
3%,
of females?
3%.
3%.
Yeah.
So if you were, this is putting you on the spot, if you had the money, Mr. Goddard said, here's some money, we're going to put up a statue in the front of Passmore's of an inspiring female who will inspire all the females and all the males who come to this school. Who would be on your list for having a statue?
Probably maybe Emmeline Pankhurst, because she was the leader of the suffragettes.
Has she not got a statue anywhere?
No, not that I know of.
Wow, okay, all right. So you put Emmeline Pankhurst up there. Well, we'll have a whip round later, and rather than cartoons, we're going to have the whole thing. And I mentioned at the beginning the Arsenal-Chelsea Cup final. So can you tell me why I mentioned that and how it fits in with your story?
Because as we won the cup final, the school let our team go see the final between Arsenal and Chelsea. And I was talking to my mum and dad about it.
Arsenal-Chelsea ladies teams?
Yeah, ladies team. I was talking to my mum and dad about it, and they said it was hard to find the actual match live on the TV. And it started getting me thinking how, it's a cup final, it should be easy to find it as a men's would, but the women's was not really on a main channel.
It was hidden. And can you see that changing?
Hopefully.
Yeah? And now you've done this, and now you've sort of found this something that you think there's something wrong and I want to do something about it. Can you see yourself pushing that further? Can you see yourself becoming a bit of an activist?
Maybe.
Yeah? I think you're good. Brilliant. Ellie, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well done.